Hey, it's Drewz Viewz here, back for another FridayFlix where I react to a Netflix program on Friday. Today I'm continuing my series on Everything Sucks, exclamation point, shake the camera. Now up to episode 6. I think there's 10 episodes in the season. Could be wrong, but I think 10, so I should be at the halfway point here. You can listen to watch my past videos to see my opinions on the show so far, but overall, it's definitely, for me, been getting better from episode 1 through 5. A lot better. A lot of the criticisms I had at the beginning have been lessened a bit, but there's still some there. So, last episode, Luke and Kate, well, they had this whole plan. So, the previous episode before that, she had admitted to him she thinks she's a lesbian. So, last episode, he was, reading from a book and, trying to tell her all this, or, figure out scientifically, I guess, or whatever. And then also, they agreed to still be boyfriend and girlfriend. And if he really fell for her, he would give a password. And of course, by the end of the episode, he was saying the word. It was a banana slug, I think. She was performing at the house in front of him and her dad, a piano Elton John cover that I guess her mom used to sing, and he was loving it. And it also made the dad go and call Luke's mom and ask her on another date, which it seemed like she said yes to. So everything's interconnected there. Another story they're doing that not the play but the movie rather idea with all the drama kids. And Emmeline also took Kate out last time for a little shopping sesh, and got a little more private locker room FaceTime or changing room FaceTime there for Kate. And yeah, they held auditions or whatever for this movie, so I'm assuming that storyline will continue this episode. But let's find out. Episode 6. What song will they open with this time? Oh, cold open. Waiting in line for some record, or probably not a record, the mid-90s here. Some new CD. Well, this is a new opening shot here. I don't know what the song was.
Sometime today, I am melting in this makeup.
Alrighty.
We
Places,
got the
people.
Smurf.
Here we go.
My love, I beg you, please do not leave me and go to Earth. Earthlings care for no one but themselves. They only have one heart where we Galactonites have 6. Why must you leave me? Please don't leave me.
Galactonia needs me.
Cut! Amazing!
Her acting's not even bad there.
You're without me, aren't you? You're gonna ditch me after you graduate, I know it.
Should have drawn from real life, that makes sense.
Can you at least try to act professional in front of the crew?
Oh, suck a dick, Oliver!
Chicks love romantic overtures.
Yeah, the shizzle.
Well, maybe he
Here we go.
was waiting in line for tickets or something. Looks with the envelope.
Tori Amos live in concert tonight with me.
What? Oh my god! This is in Portland. What if we get pulled over? This is so...
What the hell?
Kate, we're not gonna get pulled over. You have your learner's permits.
Oh, it's for the movie.
God. When's the last time anyone even drove this piece of crap?
Before this morning, 7 years ago. I mean, it's been rusting by the woodpile since my dad left.
I'm sure nothing will go
Funny
wrong
enough,
here
remember
with
that
this.
crate of tapes that you found? They're like these videos of my dad just talking. Oh, I kind of wish I knew him. He seems
Interesting.
cool.
I would assume that he was watching these
Maybe
tapes
it's not
all along and
talking.
didn't just find them in that first episode.
Maybe you could write to him or something.
So Luke is being a good boyfriend here. The problem is, of course, that he's supposed to be being a fake boyfriend. To be honest, I never really listened to Tori Amos. I don't even know what really any of her songs. Are they dating at the school here? What the hell?
Where are we going?
Well, actually, I thought we could just stay right here. Just get in some contraband.
Right.
We're about to smoke some ganja?
You stole weed from a student?
Confiscated.
What about the hot box in the parking in the car here in the
Check this one off the list too.
parking lot?
Wait, you've never smoked herb? Oh, Ken, this is gonna be fun.
Is it?
There a pipe?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, wait, I have gum in my bag. We can use the wrapper.
Yes. I mean, find an apple or something. I don't know, the gum wrapper is not gonna work too well.
Wow. I've never been in the city without my
No
dad.
parking sign right there.
Really?
Clearly looks like a cigarette. Thick gum wrapper.
That's good. Okay, no, don't breathe out yet.
Is he gonna try to pull the Bill Clinton I didn't inhale?
Luke's dad? Back in high school, we used to
That makes
cut
sense.
class, and we would go sit out by
From
the
his
airport
tapes.
and get stoned and watch the planes take off. He is not a good person. I don't like saying that about the father of my kid, but he is not the father that Luke deserves. So do you feel anything?
Oh. No, I don't.
Better not overdo it.
Oh, maybe just one more little puff.
Yeah, come on, Ken.
No.
Old school blue Dorito.
What do we do? I've never been
Jam.
so hungry in my life. I think I'm dying.
You have the key?
I have all the keys.
I don't know if there's any cameras in this school here.
This is us. Sorry we're so far away.
Are you kidding? I still can't believe you did this for me.
Whoa. Most affection she's given him.
Thank you for coming tonight.
I wonder if that's like a recording from a real show or whatever.
A lot of the great scientists were stoners. I mean, how else is Sir Isaac Newton gonna spend all that time thinking about gravity and stuff? That is stoner thinking.
He was smoking out of that
A lot
apple,
more than
probably.
Think about it. He discovered the law of universal gravitation. Don't undersell Sir Isaac.
Oh, skinny dipping? Oh, kind of, almost. Ken's a tighty whitey man, no surprise there. I don't know if this is probably the first time she's seen something like this in public. Sorry, Luke.
Kate's mom. She passed away. She was sick for a number of years. It was 10 years ago. This whole time I never thought I'd feel a connection with anyone ever again. Till now.
He's being sincere, but could probably use that on like any woman he goes out with. It's a pretty good effect.
When she was playing the piano, didn't you totally think she was gonna smash it the way she was pounding it like that?
Yeah, totally.
Oh my gosh, I mean, she's just so cool.
Just thinking about
She reminds me so much of you, actually.
two women smashing.
So this wasn't real. Our relationship is not real.
Yeah, but you know, would it have been any different if it was a real date?
Luke, I think we need to break up.
Well, how can we break up if we're not in a relationship in the first?
Jesus, Luke, stop! And we're not a couple, and we're not going to be. Ever!
Now the car is gonna be towed. I think there's no like Saturday janitor or something. Anyone else around the high school? Oh, the Biba.
Just one quick sec.
Ken, now your daughter's cock blocking you even.
Should probably find a phone.
Can you say something? My whole life, I have been the freak. Tonight, I look
looked at these people and I thought, maybe there's a future where I don't have to be a freak. Maybe I can be who I am and that's okay.
I never said you couldn't be who you are. I told you, whoever you are, whatever you are, it doesn't matter to me.
Luke, it matters to me.
Okay, so now what? You're just gonna go to school and tell everyone that you're a lesbian, and you don't think they'll call you a freak then?
The only thing that matters is that I know.
You had a great time with me tonight, admit it.
I had an amazing time.
Okay, so why can't we keep just hanging out?
I told you from the beginning how I felt, and you went here because all you care about is yourself.
I like you.
No, you don't. You like the idea of me. You like the idea of having a girlfriend. But really, you're just using me to make yourself feel better about everything in your life that sucks. Just leave me alone.
I don't know.
Well, you two had yourselves quite an adventure tonight, didn't you? Coming all the way out here without the courtesy of letting anyone know? You know, I was your age once. There's a lot of things I never did that maybe I wish I had. Like sneaking out to a rock concert. You have a good time?
Fine.
Luke, good time, pal?
Fine.
Sick.
What's that
Fine
smell?
time.
I hit a skunk.
It's not like they actually did hotbox the whip. Alright, I assume this is Tori Amos over the credits. I'm gonna look up Tori Amos like Wikipedia. I don't really feel like I don't know any of her songs. I'd always heard of her, and I do follow music. Can't think of anything that was like on the radio back then, or that they play in like throwback stuff now. Sure, there probably is, but charting singles include "Crucify," "Silent All These Years," "God," "Cornflake Girl," I think we heard that one this episode, "Caught a Light Sneeze," LITE, "Professional Widow," "Spark," "1000 Oceans," "Flavor," and "A Sorta Fairy Tale," her most commercially successful single in the US to date. Okay, yeah, I've never heard of any of these songs, by name at least. So it's orange hair in her Wikipedia picture there. No, 54 years old. So she was already fairly old when this episode took place, for a hot artist or whatever, at least. Alright. Anyway, obvious issues came up this time with the Kate-Luke relationship. Writing was on the wall there. Oh, obviously, it's not going to work when it's a fake relationship, and Luke knew that essentially, but he still obviously likes her and is trying to make it work and be a good boyfriend type of thing. But, Kate, I got to look at some lesbians at the concert that were open about it in public there, and just probably people in Portland there in general that she was seeing, emboldened her to kind of, speak out about it, break up with him, and feel like there is hope for her after high school or whenever in the future. Just a pretty common thing, I guess. And when you're obviously in a teenager and whatever, your emotions are different and you're taking everything super seriously a lot of the time. Like I said, when in the reaction, that probably was the first time she kind of realized some of this stuff. But it seemed like a good moment for her initially, like looking at that. But then what happened with Luke and the breakup fight year thing, I felt like she was being pretty hard on him. I definitely think she could have done it a better way. I mean, at least, say she enjoyed the concert for now and maybe talk to him when they get home or whatever. Of course, the whole car being gone thing thrown in didn't really lead to too much of anything, but at the same time, it could be realistic for what a teenager would do, I guess. So she was accusing him of just wanting to be with her because he likes the idea of having a girlfriend and things like that, and he's trying to make it work. But I don't necessarily think that's true with him. It seems like he really is like infatuated with her and likes her specifically, even, especially with the end of the last episode where he's watching her sing and everything. So he's not being logical about it, of course, but I don't think it's completely true what she's saying there. And I do think he is, even though he should have known better than to probably do this whole romantic kind of gesture, bringing her to favorite musician and concert and all this stuff here. I still feel bad. I mean, I feel bad for him, but also I feel like, yeah, he's getting treated a little unfairly there, I guess. But we'll see what happens from here on. I'm sure they're gonna reconcile in some way or other. But they shouldn't, try to be boyfriend and girlfriend, obviously. And I do think, we saw a quick movie scene at the beginning. So another light episode on Oliver and Emily in there, my two favorite characters, but got them dressed up in some Smurf blue, some Avatar blue paint there. That was good. And they fighting again. Oh, it was interesting. So I was saying during the reaction, like, I was thinking, like, her acting is actually pretty good here. I mean, obviously it's an actor trying to do acting. Like, it's always something. I mean, it's always, one layer on top of another. But, I mean, the characters acting seemed pretty good in their movie scene there. But then we saw she really was, like, it was like a breakup kind of scene, and she really was upset about Oliver, I guess, saying he's going to leave and move to New York or whatever. So I guess actors can pull from the real experiences there. But I still think Luke and her should get together by the end of the season, maybe. And then the parents were the main storyline, as has been usually the case here. They had their date. Ken continues to be the type of guy. It's hard to hate him too much, but, he's still kind of a lame guy. Of course, it's his character. Pretty irresponsible there. So he confiscated some weed from a kid at school. Then they smoked it in the parking lot. Then they went swimming in the pool. It seemed like they were going to have sex right by the pool there. Like I said, I mean, I know it's a TV show. Suspend your disbelief. I feel like that there'd be someone else around, maybe, even if it's Saturday or whatever. But, and he's rating all the Doritos. I like seeing those old school. It used to be back in the 90s, just two kinds of Doritos. For any young kids watching this, or younger people, they probably don't remember a world when there's not like freaking 15, Americans at least, I don't know about other countries, but 15 kinds of Doritos and all this. But when I was a kid, at least certainly in the 90s, it really was always like, I would call them red Doritos and blue Doritos. That's what we'd call them. And it was like Cool Ranch and the regular natural flavor. But I was always a blue man myself. But I like seeing the old logos there. Yeah, typically when it's a storyline of like, oh, they're going to smoke weed and all this, like, and they're going to act, stereotypical. Given how the show started, I would have expected worse than what we got in terms of like bad humor or kind of over-the-top stuff, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, he was acting a little bit over the top, but nothing too objectionable to me, except that you can't smoke out of a gum wrapper. I mean, I technically haven't tried, I guess, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to work. That's pretty minor nitpick, though. So overall, it was a good episode. I liked it overall. I mean, it was predictable at every step to see what's coming, but I'm not really watching this show for too much like surprise or whatever. And I have been surprised up till this point at least how fast some of these storylines were moving. Even in this one, I guess, where they're breaking up already, even though it's a fake relationship, kind of. The relationships of both the parent characters and the kids here have moved pretty fast. Now we're 6 episodes in, I think 4 left, so be looking out for that. I should be back with episode 7 next week. And until then, that's been Drewz Viewz FridayFlix. And we're out of here. Peace. All that in a bag of blue Doritos.
Emily! Pookie! Blue bear? Butterball? No, relax.
Touch me! Leave me alone! Amazing!
Again, all right?
We got it.
I'm